We love getting your questions, so we want you to keep them coming via Facebook, Twitter, and on our webpage. Who knows, we might just answer your question here in the studio audience next. Welcome back to the Daily Helpline. We're here today with special guest Dr. Judy Ho, and our next guest came to us with a really interesting question about sex. And it's exactly the opposite of what you might think. Take a look.
Hey, my name is Michael. I'm a personal trainer here in Santa Monica. This message is for Spirit and Miles. The purpose of this video is for me to find out why women only want to sleep with me. Why don't they want to get to know me? I want to get to know them. Why do I feel like there's a role reversal? Did I miss an email? Is there a trend that's trending? I need help. Give me answers, please.
Welcome, Michael, to the show.
Welcome, Michael. Hey, buddy.
How's it going?
How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good.
So tell us exactly what's going on here.
I'm simply saying I'm very in touch with my intellectual side. I like conversation. I like personality. I've only been out here for a couple months, and women just see the physical. They don't want to talk. It's just like, oh, he's nice, he's good looking. Let's go on a date and, you know, do it.
So are they basically just throwing themselves at you?
I'll go on a date and, you know, try to start up with a conversation. Let's say, let's go see a movie. And normally I don't see a movie because you can't get to know anybody in a movie, but anything just to spark up a conversation, it literally always leads to, hey, what are you doing after this? Let's come back to my place, or...
Where are you finding these women?
Where I am, there's a lot of people, and I'm a very social person, and my business is fitness, so I'm always talking about that, and, you know, that's kind of where we meet.
I think we're having some fun with it, but it's not a light topic for you, or you wouldn't come on this show.
Right, absolutely.
So what happens to you when somebody sees you as a sexual object, or somebody misses who you are? When you get lost in the shuffle, what happens? What does it feel like?
I get put off. It discourages me. People say, yo, why are you single? It's because nobody's worth it. You know, nobody's worth getting to know when they're kind of throwing themselves at me. Let me just kind of
Dr. Judy, what do you think about it?
Well, I think this is a really interesting problem that you're having, because in some ways they're after you for your body and they want to get to the sexy part. And by them doing that, it's making you feel less sexy, like you don't want to get on sexy time with them, like you're turned off. This is what I heard. But you work in the fitness industry. And the fitness industry is very much emphasizing things like looks and the outside. So how do you reconcile that for yourself? I mean, you chose the fitness industry, but then you're frustrated because you're not being taken as the whole person that you are. So what do you think about that? Well,
I'm fairly new to the fitness world, so it is a new, you know, it's more than usual, but that's exactly the thing, you know, it's a different realm, it's a different world, environment that I kind of have to look at differently and kind of, you know, see how to fit.
Perhaps there's something that you are putting out that says, I'm available, use me in this way, and that's all that I'm going to allow you to see.
Because of the scarcity of those kind of guys, I think it kind of works against you, because it's like, oh, this guy's available, let me capitalize on this, thus putting ourselves out there faster than usual because it's such a rarity. It's like, oh, I mean, let me capture this one.
Now, how far does it go? So when somebody, are you a willing participant, and is it the next morning?
I mean, sometimes, yeah. I mean, it's not
and that's
totally
the problem,
bad.
though, and that's the point. Because even if you thought for a second that she might be the nice girl who's in competition with the other nice girls, so she's moving a little faster, what is it about you that doesn't make her feel comfortable enough to say, it's okay, baby, let's wait. I really want to get to know you more, and we can slow it down.
That's absolutely fine. When it comes to those situations, I'm never the aggressor. I sit back and I listen, and I welcome conversation.
Are you the defender, though? Do you defend and say, okay, let me...
Oh, yeah, there's been times where I've had to lie to leave. I've had to...
But why do you have to lie, right? Why can't you tell them the truth about what it is that you're looking for and what you're being put off by? And you really have to know where your boundaries are. And it's okay to communicate that. You won't intimidate a person just because you're a tall, you know, bigger guy, like really fit. Like, you're not going to intimidate them if you can communicate with the skills I think you already say you have.
Well, the bottom line here, I want to put a bow on this. The bottom line is, I'm going to tell you the same thing that I tell women. You're worth the wait. hold out, look for the needle in the haystack, and just realize that when you're looking for a diamond, it's going to take time to mine that hill, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. I appreciate you for sharing your story with us, Michael.
Thank you.
Hold out. It'll work out, okay?
Absolutely.
All right. There's more when we come back, right after this. We love getting your questions, so we want you to keep them coming via Facebook, Twitter, and on our webpage. Who knows, we might just answer your question here in the studio audience next.